Good morning. I see some folks have jumped into the chat already. This time Alexis was first. I was first over in Alexis's show, so why not? Right? Hey, Ben. I don't know. You can talk to your spouse about that. We've never been formally married. Hey, Rob. Welcome to the shoe. I was going to start chisel work on this feather, only to realize I'm not ready for chisel work. I have to forge the edges a little bit better. There we go. I'm going to put shed some light on the subject. I don't know if anybody really believed me when I said this is a primitive forge, but it doesn't get much more primitive than this. Of course, I could be less primitive and actually, have a stool out here so my light. But that would just take away half the fun. I like pretending I'm Ben every now and then, and I can accomplish without any help. I'm still not doing it one-handed though, so he's got one up on me. Single-handedly, the most. And I should have done it the other way, which I will now do. We're going to warm up the material, which gives me plenty of time to just goof around like this. Why did my phone just get stuck? Let's try that again. There we go. Hey there, phone. There, people are cute. I appreciate that, Ben. I love being called cute. My wife thinks I'm cute too, so. And I can tell you one thing, I'll be switching back to the cold forge as the summer heat comes on. Because I can feel the heat that propane forge puts out all the way over to my Smithy shed. There we go, much better. Now to show that my rope tying skills are meager. There we go, right there, stay. I'm actually gonna cheat. I don't need to worry about the rest of this. Just so it stays right there. Good old slip knot will do. There we go. Okay, now I can put a light in there. Or a battery for the light. There we go. Hey, look at that. You can see my face now. Whew. All right, tongs. Got them. Changed up the view of this Smithy a little bit. I hope it's something you guys enjoy. Earl had suggested that I change the angles to give a little more process view going on. All right. Scrolling back. Hey Shane, I missed you coming in. Well, Shane, I've decided I'm not making it into a hook. She said. Are we getting choppy? Yeah, we are. What the heck? That's sad. That makes me sad. AT&T, what's your problem? Let's make sure I'm on the... Yeah, I'm on the right device. Let's move it around a little, see if that makes a difference. Seems to get a better signal over on that side of the Smithy. We'll see if that picks things back up. You keep your forking to yourself, Ben. Spooning? Maybe. All right, I see 3,000 megabits or kilobits per second, which means it shouldn't be crappy. Yeah, I'm getting a lot more bars now. I don't know. It did not like that corner of my Smithy for signal. So let's see if that stabilizes and stays there. Taco Bell money. You have to have dinner first. Taco Bell money. Okay. Let's see if I did that right. First things first, I need to bevel these edges. I forgot that was the thing I needed to do. Because the feather just isn't going to look right with square edges when I'm going to roll these a little bit. And when I'm splitting them. Better. Back into the fire. This isn't really the hammer I wanted to use. This is the one I want to use with my chisel. Let's set that over here. That hammer will wear you out. This is the hammer I want to use. It'll also wear you out, but it works better. Oh, really? Come on, camera. That was... That was very disappointing for all involved. Eric, welcome to the party. Take care, Alexis. There we go. Back over here for a minute. So yeah, you get views of both of my forges that way. So that can work. I haven't decided yet. I don't know if I like having it over here like this or not. We'll figure it out. Not black camera this time. Hammer, I mean, this feather is no cooler today than it was when I forged on it last time. Whew! And no, it's not going to be a blade. Though it could easily be one, right? That's not what I'm going for here. Alright. The only problem of doing it the other way is, man, it's hot. Having my hand over all that heat. So, what do I do about that? What do I? Oh, I know what I do. I switch to yet another hammer that just has a long handle. Let the handle catch on fire instead of my hand. We'll use that hammer. Hey sis, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Ben, we know you need therapy. Fishing is good therapy, man. Don't even bait the hook. Just get out there and be quiet. Be quiet. Well, as you can see, sis, I'm doing all right. Oh, almost forgot to change out the very, very flammable glasses. They're made of wood. for the a lot less flammable and safety glasses that I have. There we go. Thanks, sis. All right. Let's go ahead and bevel that side. There we go. My hand isn't over the fire. All right, I might be sold on longer handles now, guys. Offie can keep his short handles if it involves me not putting my hand over the hot part. All right. And I can smooth that out a bit. I need to do the same thing towards the back here. Whew. Yeah, well, it's not all gray. There's still a touch of color in all this mess. And up here hasn't gone gray yet. So I still got, you know, graying to do yet. No, Eric. Depends on the wood, I suppose. There might be enough silica in some wood to make glass. But those frames are made of wood. And they were really expensive, but they were really cool. I mean, every last bit of the frame is wood, including the hinges. Had to support my my artisan, and as I do with so many things, right? I'll support artisanship any chance I can get. Oh, Ben, you can't make her sleep under the porch. That's your place. So Marnie is my sister, if y'all haven't guessed. You might see her in the screen stream. Ben is Smith in Oregon. All of these folks in here are Smiths around the country, even across the world. Adam is a Smith in Australia. So I'm planning on being in having Christina and I are traveling with her dad to see his family. And I'm going to take a sojourn over to Ohio, where there's a big blacksmithing conference happening, and meet all these amazing people. All right. All right. Let's smooth up all of this that I did. What's really funny is later I'm going to want it to do what it's doing right now. But right now I want it to be still flat so I can chisel on it. Yeah, that's the intent. Try to get over there to Quad State and meet all these people I only know digitally. Oh, you're in Washington? So how close then, Ben, are you to Longview? The meetup spot that I never go to because it's 2 hours away from me. I always get that confused. I always thought you were just over the border. Yeah, Ulfbert there went and moved himself from Tennessee to Kentucky to Texas. That's like frying pan fire. I just don't know which way is which. Hey, Jurgen, welcome to the party. All right, continue that smoothing over here. Yeah, I just purposely took the bit going all the way to the tip off. All right. Now, I need to work on, oh, I forgot to do this side. Okay, easy peasy. Skillet for hot dogs. Almost, not quite. Idaho, Spokane. Oh, you're over at Spokane. Okay, you're in the other direction. Ah, you're even further away to try to go to the BMW's Blacksmiths meetup. All right. Do. There we go. All right, let's flip it around. Get the other part doing what it needs to look like. And then I can start putting the chisel marks in. The good side of Washington, too hot for me. I've been through there. Too hot, too dry, not enough greenery for me, not enough variety for me. But it is a neat place to visit, and I will say this: I'm far more liberal than many of my neighbors would have been if I'd lived out there. So I don't do political talk on here, but what'd you do, little camera? You lost your mind. I don't do political talk on here, but I'm pretty sure we know that I embrace people where they're at, unless where they're at is to hate other people. So Ben is not that. Not wanting anybody to think that's what I'm saying. Oh, come on. Now I'm going to have to get a little twist on that. Got all this twisted up now. There we go. Continue rounding that. Come to find out, what did I say this was? Inch and 3/4 angle iron? It is real overkill for this project. 1.5 inches. Real overkill. Oh, okay, gotcha, Ben. I don't think this is going to be the prettiest feather anybody's ever made. And what I'm doing right now isn't something I've seen other people do, but I figured it would look right for this. And that is, I'm folding the spine in over itself, which is why it gets twisted as I'm working it. And then I have to go back in and untwist it. But I didn't need that much material with what it is I'm going to do. Then I'll spend some time drawing it out. We're getting there. Let's go ahead and get it twisted back to where it belongs again. All I'm doing, because you guys can't watch what I'm doing right now, is putting it in the vise, because Jurgen would have reminded me, I have a perfectly good vise for this kind of stuff. I'm giving it a twist back around. It's amazing something so sturdy is going to seem so delicate when it's all said and done, huh? That's the artistry of it all. All right. And that now has that appearance that it really is the center of a feather. The quill of the feather. Now the one thing I didn't do was cut this back such that hole was gone. It's the only thing I'm leaving on there to make it so that it's obviously came from something else. Sharpen that up. I need to sharpen back up the tip here. Let me finish rounding that. I need a power hammer. Yeah, well, I need power first then. draw back here a little bit so you can see a little more what's going on. Thanks for being a chatty bunch already, folks. We've hit 100 messages already. It's probably Ben's fault. Ben's a pretty chatty fella, thankfully. Thanks, Ben. All right. Square that up just a little bit. Get out here and thin this out because of what I'm going to do next with it. And there will be a cold shut in there, but I'm really not worried about it because how I'm going to use it won't matter. You get a nice taper out. Well, now, Ben, I'll tell you what, if you were going to suddenly come to me, see, the only power hammer I think that I could run out here, because I have this big EcoFlow battery, I think I could get a small foundation board and set up a one of those, trying to remember how they're referred to, but all I can think of is tire. On the other hand, what I really need to do is set up, how did it do that? Well, you're kind of looking in the corner I wanted you to anyway. Set up in that corner against this anvil, the treadle hammer. At which point, then I need to make some top tools to make my life easier. And now if I can get the camera to pay attention to me again. There it is. Donkey-powered treadmill. It is not going to be a quill pen. It's a good guess. That would be a really heavy quill pen. But a valid guess, all the same. Come on. All right, I don't think I need to get it any smaller than that. And now I can start rounding it up. Of course, it got all twisted in the process, as is not uncommon for me. I've yet to figure out how I'm hitting things wrong to not end up with a twist. And I've been doing this for what now? 2 years with y'all. This is what shows that I probably could use a class or two. But as it's going round, that's really not that big a deal. All right. Now we do have a twist that I need to get out, so let's work on that. Nope. Tighter. Wow, okay. Needs heat. The jaws want to slide past each other while this is being held by it, so heat. So how often do you guys end up finding you have to reline your forge? Because, you know, I could tell I've been an idiot about being careful with my material going in and out, and we'll probably have to reline it sooner than most. Hey Daniel, welcome into the Smithy. Hey Jason, how are you doing, brother? That's my little brother. Earlier was my little sister, but not my littlest sister. I'm the eldest, so everybody's little to me. My little brother is bigger than me, though. Tire hammer, that's it. I think the motor size that I would need to run a tire hammer would be sufficient for my use cases. And yeah, this little thing here, this battery is pretty incredible. I could actually run a dryer off of it. It's got 220 on it. I could teach my donkey. No, this donkey is not teachable. Too old, too late. You're absolutely right, Rob. Good guess. You aren't turning 90 degrees when striking over or under turning. Ah. I do look old? Thanks, Ben. Love you too. 56 isn't old. There's that. Let's get this twisted back where I want it, which is like that. Beautiful. We can even over twist it a little. Then grab it here and twist it where I want it. There we go. You can't see all that because I wasn't showing you. Ha ha. But now our twist is gone. And camera has just lost its mind again. It's because of this thing I have in the way here. Let's go back to the anvil. Let you see that the twist is gone. I have a space heater, or propane heater in here that I never used for all my complaining about the weather, right? I want to close that up just a little more. Give that taper the kind of look I'm going for. There we go. All right. finish rounding that. All right, that looks pretty cool. Now, to go ahead and do the part that doesn't need heat. Let's go ahead and get this where it'll lay the way I need it to, though. Close. Nope. Let's hold the part that's going to not make it bend. There we go. Without stabbing myself in the groin. I know, Ben, you'd like to see that, but no. All right. That'll do. We can save on some gas. Turn off that noisemaker. Grab a glove, because that stuff's still hot. Jerk. Frippin' camera. When it works, it's magical. When it doesn't work, well, good news is I didn't need that camera right now anyway. All right. Yeah, I figured I can do it off 110, so it can do both. And, of course, 110 won't drain as fast. And I'm realizing now I need a power strip out here just so I can... I only have 4 110 outlets on this thing, so a power strip would be nice to have on it. People live that. Ben? They do if they don't tell 56-year-olds they're old. Otherwise, they might find themselves intimately familiar with a hammer. Different. Adam, yours is going to be prettier than mine. Yes, I am absolutely certain that you could take the heat off of the forge and boil water. Enough water to make a steam hammer? I don't know, but I am absolutely certain that would work. Okay, let's go back over here. I was just letting it sit there a minute, let it cool for a second, because heavens knows hot steel is not what I need right this second. We're going to go ahead and see if I can start, except this is where I wanted the heavy hammer for walloping. So let's go get the heavy hammer for walloping. All right, so what I've decided is we need to hold this thing down. And I've got a hold, but is it going to get in my way? Let's find out. Grab and put hold fast over here. All right, now it's not going to go jumping on me. My strikes can actually do something. This bit isn't very sharp. It's supposed to be a cold chisel. It's going to be a lot prettier, Adam, because my chisel work is going to be the crappiest. I'm starting to think I'm going to do this differently. Instead of chisel work, because my chisel isn't wide enough for this. All right, it is decided. Nope. Come on, remind me how it's done, Jack. There we go. since my chisel isn't wide enough, yep, we're going to do it this way. We're going to use my peen. Now let's see if I've got a peen that's sharper than another. So what I'm looking at, can you see? Yeah, I've got cross peen, cross peen. I've pretty much dressed these. So I'm looking for the one that's the sharpest. Then I got a straight peen here, and it looks like it's my sharpest one. But it's not straight across, it's got a curve on it, so I don't like that. So I think I'm going to go with this one. And we'll use the peen instead of the chisel method. Don't need the glove. Do need the tongs. More than one way to skin that proverbial cat. But let's keep it only proverbial cats, eh, folks? Talking to you, Ben. Power strips burn up. Really? I'd have to choose one that's properly rated for it. Yep, it was walloping time. Over here. There you go, you found me. Work close to myself, not over the hole. Yeah, I know. But no matter what I've found with that chisel is it's not wide enough to get across the leaf, and I couldn't figure out the right lean of that chisel, so I was getting a deeper dig closer to me. It just wasn't looking pretty. So hopefully this will look better. Tap the back. That's what I was forgetting. Thanks, Adam. You're using an angle grinder on it to put your lines in? I may end up doing that at the end to split a part of the leaf. I'll say this for this little Forge's insulation. It gets hot enough to not want to touch it, but I'm holding a tube of toilet paper next to it and it's not catching fire. So the insulation on this thing's pretty good and comes with it. All right, let's see what I can do with it at its current temperature. You know what? I would feel much better about using my... Oh, that's right. I haven't finished redoing the nibs on my offset tong. We'll just do it like this. Back over here. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that's hot. No, this really doesn't look great either, but it doesn't look bad. Wow, that's hot. And it needs to be hotter. All right. Even with the long handle, that thing puts off some heat. I hate to put a glove on my hammer hand, but might be smart. Let me see how this is going to feel. I don't know if I like the idea. Yeah, that'll work. I'll probably end up with a blister of some sort, but at least it won't be a burn blister. Covered that with Satanite. Yeah, it comes with this is the Vivor forge, and it comes with a refractory cement. Not just it doesn't the wool that it comes with doesn't need come on, what's the red stuff? Oh, I know what it's called. It basically hardens things. But it doesn't need that. You just put the Satanite or whatever it is that they put in the bag directly on it. All right. The overall thing I'm learning about doing this project, I've got the concepts down right, but working with smaller material would be smarter. This stuff puts up way too much heat. It's way bigger than it needs to be, except in this case, it's going to be just about the right size. It'll catch ash for about any size of incense. Yeah, I think that's exactly right. The only problem I think you would have is you would have to use steel tube, stainless steel tube, instead of the stereotypical copper. I think you'd melt the copper. So, and the reason I'm saying that is, based on what I'm seeing here, you'd have to run it on the inside of the forge instead of the outside. You know what? You're not wrong, Eric. We might be able to get it just at the doors. Basically, the doors themselves are hot, probably hot enough to boil water, but then you could probably use the copper because it would just be right on the outside of the doors. All right. All right. It's coming along. This is the easier side to hit. This is going to be the harder side. I may end up having to grab it by the tip and work it this way. Back in the fire. Now that I've gotten it thinned down, it cools off faster. True, true. The water itself would cool it. As long as it doesn't detract from the rest of what's going on. Oh, you need to be coal-powered water heater. Is that what you're saying, Rob? Nope, nope, don't like it. I don't want it to be staring at me while I'm trying to do this. That's right. That can stay where it's at. This, on the other hand, there we go. Let's see if that changes anything. Oh yeah, that changes things a little bit. It's almost like I'm looking at you. All right, that's looking better. Yep, that's looking better. All right, back in the fire, do the other side. All right, that was a lot of text, Daniel, so I'm going to read it just in case. But I think it made it into the main chat. Maybe not in the YouTube chat, but on screen it did. It says, if I recall from my old plumbing days, and I did help with a steam boiler rebuild, that temperature, oh, come on, there we go. That temperature was ideal at 125 degrees Fahrenheit. There was a lot of surface area inside the boiler to work. I see. So a lot of tubes, but all at 125 degrees. Now, wait a minute, 125 degrees Fahrenheit isn't boiling though. I'm confused. Yeah, one of the best reasons that copper is used is molds don't like copper. It's why you add copper to your pools to get rid of algae. I should have said algae, not mold, but Let's bring you in on the party, where the action is. The key was hit it more with a bit of overlap, and it causes it to do what I really want it to do, except that now it's bending up. Got to bend it back down. And let's not melt all the plastic. There we go. Yeah, it looks much better now that it's had a lot of more overlap. We'll keep going. Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna say Celsius or Frankenstein, right? Because yeah, 120. If it was Celsius, but I could have sworn I saw an F on there. Then of course it's boiling. $185C, got it. So 365, got it. You may have yawned. Nice, Daniel. Dude, so much yawning. We caught you too early, huh? Flip this burner on. Haven't dropped anything today, so I'm ended up thirsty. Yep, it is overboiling. And honestly, I could have sworn I saw a Fahrenheit symbol and that, an F. So, but yeah, 125C is overboiling. So the fact that you bring it up to, what was it, 220? No, what did you say, 185? Yeah, there it is, 185. Now I know that's going to put some pressure behind it. Which is how steam movement works, right? It's got to have that pressure. Come on. Whew. Hot steel popping off. There we go. Back into the fire. It's really trying to make me drop it. Some poor schlub comes across my channel and is like, oh look, he's making a cool blade. Wait a minute, what the heck? That's not a blade. Fooled ya. Ha-ha. You gonna start dropping stuff so I can have a drink, Ben? Thank you. You're so kind. I think it's time to take the Christmas decoration down. Didn't bother me until I noticed that everybody in the world can see that I still have it up. It'll probably flame right up. Jared can start the fire pit with it. There we go. Team player, there you go. All right. This will wear you out. This is a heavier hammer than I'm used to using. I don't know which would have taken longer, the way I'm doing it now or putting all the chisel marks in. I suspect the chisel marks would have taken longer, but there we go. A lighter crossbeam? Yeah, probably, since that's an engineering hammer. I still don't have something closer to the 2.5 pound. That's the 3.5 engineering hammer, I think, from Harbor Freight. It's amazing what an extra pound will do to your ability to keep swinging it. You guys aren't seeing what I'm doing. And that is getting the tip of this feather to be just a little more pointed. Not a lot more, just a little more. Because the rest of that part's done. I think I do want to chip through in a couple of places, just like we do see oftentimes on fallen feathers. They're typically not chipped through on a feather still on the bird. When I say chipped through, what I mean is that the feathers have basically a kind of Velcro, latch and hook situation going on between each of the I don't know the names of these things. And so that when this part moves, it holds on to this part, which holds on to this part and all the way down. But as a feather falls out and, time happens, And you can feel it when you pull it. You can feel the Velcro-y kind of nature of it come apart. And birds are always, you know, adding oils to their feathers and so forth just to keep all that situation working. But as the feather dries and the oil, you know, goes away, you'll start seeing the splits, and that's what we're going to add in there. After I finish one last part on here. My left shoulder, yeah. I haven't figured out what its situation is here. I did move it in such a way as to put me into the open area when it's tracking me. So, I mean, it's not a bad face, Ben. You hurt my feeling. I only have one. I was poor as a child. That's all they could afford to give me. All right. Now what I need is to get it nice and hot and then give it a curl all up the edge so it becomes sort of a boat shape. And yeah, I guess if I wanted to cook hot dogs on it, I could. He likes my bony shoulder. A 2-pound hammer, huh? I'll go get that one this time. I was like so many young smiths when I got started. I thought, what in the world's 3 pounds? That's nothing, right? And everybody was talking about 2 pounds, and I'm like, is there even enough mass behind 2 pounds? Yeah, I learned. I also need, I definitely need to get some ball peens. So I think a trip to Harbor Freight's in my near future. Okay, sort of like a zipper. You're right, Rob. Ouch, you. Don't want to talk about it. All right, I don't think I need the glove anymore. We'll see in a minute when I complain about how hot this thing is over my hand. All right, back over here. Let's see if we can do some curling without damaging all of the feathering I did. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. I want to put some splits in first. Dag nabbit. My brain sometimes. Ah, it hit the ground. Everybody have a drink. It hit the ground again. Double up. That's going to have to be a lot hotter if I want to do what I was just doing. Whew. I do understand why, and I've been thinking about getting some hot mill gloves. Why Roy wears those gloves from time to time. I definitely wouldn't want to wipe away some of that forge scale from my face and my anvil without one. Stop wording now. Okay, Daniel. Ah, see, that makes sense, Eric. That's what I was thinking too, is that there's just something not right about why I got a 3-pound. I knew I needed a cross peen, and it may have been what I had available to me. Hey, well, Shane, I've seen you forge with your main hammer. Stop swinging that hammer and trying to make us all feel bad. Bet you'd like to see what I'm doing. Oh, you were seeing what I'm doing. All right, that's better. Can I leave well enough alone yet? No. Of course I can't. Okay, so who makes your favorite tongs? Ah, Fiery Furnace Forge did? I hadn't really thought about taking ball peen hammers and turning them into cross peen. That's not the worst idea. But I definitely need to buy some ball peens just because I don't have any ball peens. I've got this one tiny one that I just use as a round chisel when making bottle openers. It was bought specifically for that. All right. There we go. And we'll leave that like that. That's more like it. Just was not liking the way it was curved. Now it's curved the right way. All right, now to put in some this will take the hot cut. And we'll use this like that. Okay, that'll work. Cold chisel can go away. It's not useful to me right now. Needs to be sharpened anyway. Time to break out the glove. And this. Tools ended up on the floor, but the piece I was working on didn't. I'm going to do something a little different. That plate takes up a lot of heat. I have better plate for that. This plate's not going to go anywhere. Tools back on the ground again, just the way I am. All right. Yep, still need the glove. That gets hot. And the chisel's slipping because I want it to. All right. It's just, I got to be better at managing the slip that I'm making. I want it to have that look like it's wider on one side than the other. There's ways to do it. That just involves me taking it to another place, but I can do it right there just by hitting it just right. All right. Yeah, I miss seeing Daniel Moss on YouTube too. He was actually a really pretty decent teacher. Speaking of anvils, this is just a piece of plate steel. Piece of plate steel would do the trick in a pinch. All right. What I've decided is that I made my hold fast reach out too far. All right, needs to get hot again. I also need to decide where I'm going to put the other one, which I think is just a little bit higher up. That was silly. Let's put you back where it actually is useful. Oh, you can talk now, Daniel? In case this wall of text doesn't show up where people need to see it, Dan is such a great dude. We only met because he contacted me and seen a picture of my arm. And that's what he did his dissertation to graduate from college in blacksmithing for making prosthetics. Wow. I had no idea there was a crossover between blacksmithing and prosthetics. All right, that feels like it went all the way through. All right, now I know where I have to put that. Come on. There you go. And yeah, I'm definitely abusing my hot cut here. I'm seeing it hit the plate, but it's standing up to it pretty well. Yep, no rolling. Two letters at a time. You're getting the caffeine is starting to take effect. I see. Civil War vets with custom arm prosthesis with hammers attached. Oh, that's too cool. That's hardcore right there, man. I've been saying for the longest time, watching all sorts of Smiths out there, if you're saying you don't have the right tools or you don't have the skills or whatever, you're making excuses. All right, that didn't work. Let's try that again. Back in the fire. I got to plan that better this time. Ah, my anvil's preheated. And that's why he hasn't talked to you since, Ben? All right, that looks good. Now, I can do all the folding, curling, whatever. All metal's hot, so touch the plate before you, check the temp of the plate before you touch it. All right, that's all I should need that for. Again, you're falling in love with the quench tank. I got a quench tank cam, everybody. Gotts von Berlichingen's articulated prosthesis arm, 16th century. A tool prosthesis. Hell yeah. It's good luck. All right. We now have yep, that's torn. That one still could use just a hair bit more. I might leave it as is though. We're going to do this. We're going to do what I was talking about. We're going to give some of this some shape. Make it look a little floaty, or you know, light as a feather. Oof. Like it. All right, more heat. This is just as big as this forge can handle. Any bigger and I'd have to set up extensions. We can put this heavy ass hammer away. Grab something I prefer. All right. Ooh. On the ground. No, that's the way I wanted it. Let's try that again. Oof. Gets freaking hot. There we go. All right. Let's try curling up this backside and see what we get. This could be the hardest part. Every part of this was not easy so far. Beginner project? Maybe. Easy beginner project? No. Low battery. What did I forget to? Oh, it's the iPad. Yep, it has a low battery. Big dummy. Easy to fix, but big dummy. All right. Parakeet. Stop putting it in the fire. I know, right? Silly of me. All right. So, start of this won't be hard. Difficult. But it's going to get harder and harder the more I do it. So let's get it back on the fire. So I have to do it up here if I want it to pay attention to me. So we're going to do this real quick. We're going to do this because I want you to see what I'm doing. Nope, over here. We'll even get this out of the way. There we go. Yeah, because this is where I'm going to be doing it. Yep, right there. And what I've got is a pair of scrolling tongs in my hands. I'm just going to keep rolling this around till I can't anymore. And I'm glad I rolled rolled it the way I did. It'll make sense in a second. Because I can't scroll that anymore. Let's go ahead and put the scrolling tongs back and we'll come back over to the anvil. Now afterwards it should be softer, Ben. Otherwise, see a doctor. Rolling, rolling, rolling. All right, we can turn off the back burner. It's not needed anymore. Bring it over here. Just like scrolling anything else. Whew. Boy, that's hot. Dag nabbit, why do I keep putting it back in the fire? All right, back in the fire. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. No, I mean, obviously this is a phoenix feather. I mean, oh, baby. If I have to be that for someone, I guess. There we go. Now, what's not obvious to anybody watching this is that I am doing a scroll. I'm doing this in a strange way. I want the big fat part to basically cover up the back so that the stick, let me just bring it over here where it can be seen. So the incense stick goes in here and gets, basically stuck in the fatter area. That way the tiny little twist that I did gets to be seen. Tiny little scroll I did gets to be seen. Why hide that scroll in the back? Pass the duchy on the left-hand side. There you go. I'm in a state where that's okay. Me and Ben are baked most of the time, right, Ben? Oh my goodness. Oofta, but that's hot. That dar's hot. All right, there we go. Now it's blocking up that hole. There's that. And I want to pull that. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to pull it because I don't think I have any tools that can grab it. I can use this, I think. It's time to switch gloves, though. .com. Yeah, needle nose pliers would be great out here, wouldn't they? They would really be great out here. Oh, I don't think it gets any more real than where he's at, Ben. But while, yes, needle nose pliers would do the trick, so will my chisel. And I think it'll look really cool doing it. There we go. little bit more of a twist to get things in line, and this is a done project. Just in time, too, man. All right. I think this is done. Actually, scrolling tongs. Perfect for this. Woof. Get back here. There we go. Grab all this. Come on. There we go. Done. Let's go ahead and give it a brush off. Do, 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 do. I'll even do this. All right, I'm going to do that, and there's my warning, my 5-minute warning. We're going to go over here real quick. We're going to set this here. Doop, doop, doop. We're going to do this real quick while I rearrange cameras. It would be nice if the new place would be, yep, there we go. Good, good. Go to everybody's favorite view. And transition. Ta-da! I did it. Doesn't really have to be held in super tight, just don't go anywhere while I'm cleaning it. Let's make some noise. Definitely should have your safety glasses on, which I do. Come on. This little safety device isn't very safe when it spins on its own accord. All right, let's try that again. Now, there's something wrong with this one. Oh, it just needs to be tightened. Big dummy. There's a screw loose. Everybody knew that about me, though. Do I have a screwdriver out here? I do. Now it's too tight. Wound too tight, man. There it is. All right. Now I don't think I'll be taking my... If I really wanted to make this easier on myself, I'd just pickle it. If there's siblings still on here watching, pickling just means a solution that will eat away at the scale, just like it would rust. And very common pickling solution is, well, pickling solution, vinegar. All right, that's cleaned up as it needs to be. primer shot. Now, I don't have an incense out here. Why didn't I bring an incense with me to make it so that this is something that's demonstratable? But do I have anything that would approach the size and scale, length, dimensions? That's the words I'm looking for. Look at that. I do. And what I've decided is I may have to heat that up to have this come out further to make it work. This isn't as stiff as a let's bring you in on that. Do that. We'll do that. We'll go hello camera. There you go. Stop. Bring this back over here and down. To see the end result. Switch it over. And there you have it. I think this needs to come around just a little bit more. I can heat that up and bring it around. Bring this out even further. And then it'll do exactly what it needs to do. Right now it's not quite right, but this is easy to fix. Let's see if I have enough residual heat in there. Yep. If you guys want to hang out for a few more minutes and see me put the finishing touch on this thing, you're welcome to do so. What do I need? I need tongs. What did I do with my tongs? Really? Oh, I put them away. Good job. Okay, what are you guys talking about? Yeah, that bird had a really screwy feather. You're right, but you know, you gotta realize this that bird is a bird of fable. No, yeah, the phoenix. I can't remember what the right word is now. My goodness. A screwdriver. Yeah. Drill a hole for the end tail of the stick. Oh, you're saying that right at that thick part that I put in there, if I drill a hole, yeah, that definitely would make it more stable. But also, if I just put the corkscrew around a little bit more, fancy incense talk. We'll go ahead back to here. We're going to go ahead and see about scrolling that around just a little bit more and pulling it just a little bit further out. The easiest way to do any of this is going to be to come over here. And just there we go. Okay. Scroll that around just a little more, like that. Bring that out just a bit more, like that. Now let's take a look at it. So it sticks out further. It now has support underneath it. Got temper colors now too. Now it really looks sort of like something from a Phoenix. Let's heat it back up some more. I said the corkscrew part would be the hardest part, didn't I? I don't think I fibbed. Should catch this on fire while I'm trying this, but that's better. That is better. That'll hold it that it's moved the way it's in there. Needs to come over this way just a hair though. Let's go ahead and heat it back up and twist this that way just a hair. Don't need, well, maybe this will do the trick. I love the temper colors on it. I'm hoping it'll come across in the, how did that move? I'm hoping the temper colors come across in the photos I take. Hey Jeff, the party's almost over, but you're getting to see the final results, so that's pretty amazing timing. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Oh yeah, and the temper colors look amazing. If you can see what I can see, then I think that you can see the temper colors. That's beautiful. We're going to leave that just like that. I might get some lacquer, spray some lacquer on it. But I'm very pleased with that. Here, we'll use a feather to test the feather. There we go. That's exactly what I'm shooting for right there. That's beautiful. What else do I have here? I have sticks here. Sticks are almost exactly what you need to prove an incense stick will be held right in it. Though I'll probably use the feather for my photo. But there you go. It is done. We'll go and reframe just a little bit. There we go. Gloss lacquer. There you go. Adam, I appreciate you hanging out here with me. And now I look forward to seeing you make something that looks even better than this. So, I don't know if this is similar to what you're talking about doing, but this is right about exactly where I wanted to take this. So I'm real pleased with myself. And with that, folks, I'm going to go ahead and switch to this camera for a second. And wish y'all a great week coming up. And get some time in the shop to enjoy a little shop time on your Sunday. And until next week, love and light.